Hi, everybody. Stu Enquist here, former softball coach at UCLA. Thanks for jumping in. What I'm going to do is just wait a couple minutes and let some of our friends jump into our Instagram Live. I really kind of snuck in the back door. I'm actually here, as you know, on Felicia Hall's Instagram. So today is really a chance to give you a sneak peek about next week. So want to just go ahead and let some of our friends come on in here. Hey, Coach, I see you. Nice. I see Coach. I got you. Yes, I see everybody. Great. Grab your friends. Come in. You got to wave. 2 palms up. I'm in. We'll go ahead and give it a little bit of a moment. Yeah, how about a wave, everybody? If you're coming in, please hook me up with a wave. I'll take a thumbs up. I'll take a pound. Whatever you have, I'll take it. It's Saturday. Thank you for investing in yourself. This is a day that we're supposed to be goofing off, but for many of us, we're like, hey, maybe I can get a nugget or two from Sue. So I'm the person that may be able to help you do what I was supposed to do, but I didn't do. So I'm also a person to help give insight on maybe some of the stuff that you shouldn't be doing as a leader too, as well. So I'm just going to give it a minute and let folks jump in here. I see you. You got my wave. You got my 2 hands up. Pound. For those of you that don't know, I'm coming to you live from my office here in San Clemente. I'm fortunate I get to live in the town I grew up with, and I actually live in the house that I grew up in. So that's kind of fun. When I was coaching at UCLA, I lived in LA and then lived in Orange County and commuted from Orange County. And now in my second chapter, I live in San Clemente. So it works out pretty well. I'm only about 4 minutes from the beach, so I get a chance to go surfing and all that kind of good stuff. So that's a little bit about me. For our people that have joined in early, thanks for the waves. Thanks for your floating hearts. I see you. I see you. I got you. I see you. We'll go ahead and give it maybe 1 more minute for those people that just kind of bump right into it and want to get settled in. The purpose for today is really to give you a sneak peek on what we're going to be sharing on Wednesday with Felicia and our head coach group. So the Head Coaching and Executive Leadership Academy, that's going to be happening on Wednesday, and I'll be showing up on that. I believe it's 1:30 Pacific, but her event goes all day. It's like a festival of great leaders, and I'll get a chance to kind of announce that once we get a handful of people that are here. So what I want to do, we're 4 minutes out, and I appreciate you coming on time. And on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, my colleague and old friend, Felicia Hall and Johnny, are putting on the Head Coach Executive Leadership Academy. And what they've done is they've put together influencers, subject matter experts, senior executive administrators, and coaches. And I love these kinds of forums. I wish we had more forums where administrators and coaches and subject matter experts got together so we could really synthesize all of the important information that's relevant today to today's student athlete. So I love being a part, love being on Felicia's team. I just think the world of her. In an age where there's so much instability, she is certainly a shining star, and it's great to reconnect with her and her community. And I'm hopeful that any coach that coaches, anybody that's in the business of leading, whether you're on the front line of youth sport, whether you are in collegiate sports, whether you're an administrator in any of those levels, this event is going to be for you. I can guarantee you're going to hear some pretty amazing things from my colleagues that are also going to be in the academy. And so what are the things I'm going to be talking about? I'm actually going to be talking about a high performance dashboard. And what is a high performance dashboard? Well, I think it's important for you to understand, why am I doing that? Why am I taking on this idea that there is, I believe, a really huge gap between today's student athlete and our coaching community and our administrator community. And what do I mean by that? That for many of us, that if you're over 40, you most likely experience sport in a way that allowed you to come into sport and just play. And you came from an area of the country, it doesn't matter, but you were able to maybe play on the street or go down to the park and just have moments throughout your life where you had free play. No teachers, no coaches, no parents, just you and your people. Me, Dan Dodd, Donnie Atkinson, Bill Enquist. We'd go down and we would just play. We'd make up the rules and do what we need to do. And that was our life. And we got to play, and then eventually compete. And if you continued to be dedicated and you had the skill, you could go to college. And you get to college and it was reasonable competition. You would have an off season that was a true off season. So let's fast forward now. Now we're in 2020. And what is that young child's experience? They don't really get a runway of play. The minute they say, I like soccer, I like basketball, we throw them in the gym, we slap a game uniform on them, and we go into tournament mode. And we don't prepare the student athlete. We don't prepare the coach. Remember the youth coach? Let's remember the youth coach. It's just a mom or dad that raised their hand and said, I'll be the youth coach. And we don't prepare the parents how to be great parents of performing children. And so what happens is now they're thrown into this competition arena and we've got to get them to be the best that they're capable of being. They've got to compete. We never taught them play. We never taught them long-term athletic development. And because of that, when they get to college, there is a sense of uncertainty of who they are because we've never really focused on developing the person first and then turning them into a real professional competitor in the arena, whether it's amateur sport or pro sport. That next level of being a true competitor is around being efficient, being disciplined. But we can't do those things if we don't lay that foundation of who you are will always be bigger than what you do. So I'm going to talk a little bit about transitioning from whole person development to being able to build a dashboard that talks about what competition should look like for today's student athlete. So the first pillar, student athlete wellness, student athlete teaching and creating conditions for the student athlete to say, hey, these coaches, these administrators, they care about me. They're not just checking boxes, run down to the training room, run down to sports medicine, run down here. No, they actually care about me and they're putting me in these programs and making me have the opportunities to develop my leadership skills, my internal voice, being sensitive to diverse environments and experiences. Then we can put them into the cooker of competition when they have a healthy head and a healthy heart and they know they have a voice. They're not invisible. Now you can put them in the competitive arena and say, go for it. And you can be the coach that says, I see you. I caught you doing it right. And I'll be there to catch you when you fall. And then the last dial on this high performance dashboard is community. Our community. You know, it's interesting. When I coached, and UCLA was always so great about us serving the underserved. UCLA as a public institution takes great pride in making sure that our community, everybody has access to excellence. No, they don't. No, they don't. Everybody doesn't have access to excellence. No, they don't. And so how are we going to architect a world where everybody from an early age has access to the best? Because if I can give you access to the best, and you have the ability to be your best, you just may be the best. Think about that. Now we're in an age where technology is finally being accepted. Technology can break down barriers. So this last pillar of the high performance dashboard, community isn't like, oh, we got to go check the box. We got to go do community service. We got to go help this neighborhood, or we got to go. Collegiate athletes, the minute you step foot on campus, you're a one percenter. We know it's like 1% make it as a student athlete. And there were a lot of people that helped you get here. I want people, the minute they step on that campus, say, hey, I know I represent opportunity. I know I represent being able to make dreams for people. And everybody has a different story. And the more kids from across the world can see, hey, I'm kind of like them. Maybe I can do it too. Community service. We should build a curriculum for 4 years that's built into their practice schedule. No, we're not going to make them do it after practice. We're going to make them do it during practice. I know, I hear you. I can hear the noise right now. Oh, coach, I can't take out a practice. I only have 20 hours a week. I need all 20s. Yes, I was there. I need all 20 hours because I'm so important and I'm making such huge changes that I can't take away a little bit of time for my student athletes to do an online seminar on excellence. Yes, we can now do that. Early in my career, I didn't do that. When someone came up to talk to me and I'm like, coach, we need to go ahead and take a half hour. So-and-so needs to talk about whatever it is. And I'm like, half hour, I'd calculate, because I was in X's and O's, I'd calculate half hour, that's 425 swings I'm giving up. And I so regret that. But what if we developed a high performance dashboard? What if we said, the minute that student athlete comes in, we're doing all these things, not check the boxes, an event here, an event there, but a full blown curriculum from the time they're a freshman for total athlete development around how they think, how they speak, how they act, understanding how to develop their values and defend their values. And then we give them really great structure around being a pro in competition and how to master competition. Remember, competition means come together. Competition means come together. Competition doesn't mean I have to win the medal. It means come together. And let them love the anticipation to game day. And then last, build a connected community around access to excellence, true access to excellence. So if I'm that little girl or that little boy that lives in an underserved neighborhood, I can go to my library down there where they have a portal for an online piece. Or maybe there's some communities that don't have the opportunity to drive up to UCLA. They can go ahead and get on their phone and watch an online experience. No, it's not perfect. But we're now at an age where technology is being accepted. And guess what? It's happening right now. In the pandemic, people are realizing, wow, we can get a lot done online. Yeah, it'd be great to travel to Florida, have my opportunity at the beach, and then go see a speaker at night. Of course, we all love that. But what about the idea of everybody could have access to the best? And then they're put in a position to be their best. I love that idea. So on Wednesday, that's what I'm going to talk about. Player dashboard, your competition dashboard as a pro. You're acting like a pro, not pro like accept money, but be a pro. Be ready, be your whole self to go in there. And if you're the top, if you're the starting guard, perfect. If you're the backup guard, perfect. I know what my role is as a backup guard. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to building a championship team, everybody must be seen and everybody must be valued. And then last, let's build a community that brings the campus together, brings the community together, and we're going to do it through access to excellence. Because you know what? The game of excellence doesn't care what color your skin is. Game of excellence doesn't care where you live, and the game of excellence doesn't care how much money is in your pocket. That's what I love about it. Papa Wooden taught me that. Coach Wooden said, listen, at the end of the day, everyone has different kinds of potential. That's why he built the pyramid of success. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the pyramid of success, that it's so much more than 15 bricks around character. I'm going to share with you how he put it together. Papa's the one that taught me, Sue, you're at a point in your career where you're one of those coaches where you're going to have to learn to protect the kids from yourself because you're kind of pretty high strung. You're wound pretty tight. And you're going to have to learn that character doesn't keep hours, that character is on 24/7. So those are some of the things we're going to talk about. High performance dashboard, the person, the competitor, and that great competitor student athlete that's serving their community. Let's break down the barriers. Let's build the technology that brings us together So everybody that is in the sport industry knows how to do it. Our administrators, we have to teach our administrators how to implement this. Administrators, I hear you. You're like, where am I going to put that in the budget? I just had to slice my budget 45%. No, you're actually going to use your greatest asset, your alumni. Your greatest storytellers are your alumni. Well, how am I going to fly in my big alumni from Chicago? You don't have to. You're just going to ask them to turn on their camera and talk from the comfort of their living room and pipe them right into your student athletes so they can hear stories of people that walk before them. That stuff pumps me up. So on that note, I hope you check it out this Wednesday. And the registration is on Felicia's Insta profile. So just go up to the profile, click the link. You can check it out. I guarantee you it'll be worth every dime. And I tell people all the time, when I get involved with events like this and people like Felicia and Johnny, I guarantee you, if you're unhappy, call me. If you're unhappy, call me. 310-528-1083. There you have it. Call me. If you're unhappy, I'll pay you. That's how confident I am in Felicia. I'll pay you. I'll give you your money back if you're unhappy. You put in that money, nominal fee. You put that money in and you're not happy. You're like, end of the day, I didn't get my money's worth. Call Sue Enquist at 310-528-1083. What do you say about that? On that note, I want to first say thank you. Thank you for giving to the game, sacrificing so much. I want to thank you for leading the people in your community that we're going to get past this pandemic. I want to put a shout out to all the seniors that got cut short. But I want you to remember something. This pandemic will be part of your story when you go for that interview, when you go and stand in front of those students in 10 years. You're going to talk about 2020 and you're going to say, you know what? I learned how to manage and be great in Plan B. We're all in Plan B. And great champions are always really good in Plan B. Thanks so much. It was great to jump on. And to everybody that was listening, I appreciate you. I see you, Bev. Awesome. I don't know if I saw Coach Staley. I've got to look. Where is Coach Staley? Where is she? I'm looking for her. Coach, I know you're out there. Dawn Staley, I love you. Bev, I love you. Felicia, I think you're on. Love you guys. Thanks for everything that you're doing. Appreciate you. Mwah. I'm out.